Did you know there are 6 simple acts of love your cat hopes to receive from you throughout their life? Many owners assume they're already giving their cat everything they could possibly need. But the truth is, your cat may have been quietly asking for something you didn't even realize was missing. And when those needs go unnoticed, which happens to most owners, the bond your cat was trying to form slowly fades without you realizing it. Let's begin with the one almost nobody ever mentions. 1. Keeping the same routine every day. What if the greatest act of love you could give your cat is also the least exciting one? People rarely talk about it because it doesn't look special. There's no adorable moment, no dramatic reaction, nothing that would ever go viral online. Yet routine is one of the most important things your cat relies on every single day. Cats are creatures of predictability. Their sense of security depends on knowing what will happen next. Research published in Applied Animal Behavior Science in 2019 showed that cats living in unpredictable environments experience much higher levels of cortisol, the hormone connected to stress. When meals happen at the same time, water stays in the same location, the litter box remains clean where it always is, and you walk through the door at roughly the same hour each evening, you're doing more than being organized. You're creating the emotional stability your cat depends on. And here's something most people overlook. When your routine is consistent, your cat doesn't just feel safe. They start doing something many owners wish for but rarely receive. They begin to completely relax around you. And the way that relaxation eventually shows itself, which we'll talk about later, might genuinely change how you see your cat. 2. Allowing your cat to walk away. Have you ever tried to pick up your cat only for them to casually walk off? Most people feel rejected in that moment. But what if that situation is actually the most meaningful test of love your cat can offer you? Cats are one of the few domestic animals that never gave up their independence. Dogs were selectively bred to stay close to humans. Cats, on the other hand, simply chose to live alongside us. That difference completely changes how they interpret affection. When your cat walks away, they aren't rejecting you. They're silently asking, "Will you respect my space?" Unfortunately, many owners fail this test without realizing it. They scoop their cat up when the cat isn't interested. They pull them back when they're trying to leave. They follow them into another room hoping for one more moment of affection. Each time that happens, your cat learns something important. They learn that being near you might mean losing their freedom. And when a cat begins to feel that way, they slowly stop choosing to come to you. But owners whose cats constantly follow them around, curl up beside them at night, and seek their company all share the same habit. They allow their cat to leave whenever they want without reacting. That choice doesn't create distance. It builds trust on the deepest level. And if this is already making you think about your cat in a different way, make sure to like and subscribe so more cat owners can understand what love truly looks like from their cat's perspective. 3. Speaking softly when you see them. Do you ever talk to your cat when no one else is around? Maybe you greet them when you enter the room, explain what you're doing while they follow you around, or say their name for no real reason. Many people feel a little embarrassed admitting that. But what if those quiet conversations are one of the most valuable things you've ever given your cat? A 2020 study conducted at Paris Nanterre University discovered something fascinating. Cats can clearly recognize the voice of their owner compared to the voice of a stranger. But here's the surprising part. They only reacted strongly when their owner used a soft, higher-pitched tone. When people spoke in a regular adult voice, their cats barely responded. Yet when the tone became gentle, warm, and directed specifically at them, the cats immediately showed changes in behavior. Their ears turned, their eyes softened, their bodies visibly relaxed. Your voice is influencing your cat in ways you can't see. Each time you greet them kindly, talk to them during your routine, or quietly say their name, you're helping regulate their nervous system. That sense of calm you create through your voice can build a feeling of safety that toys and treats simply can't replace. For playing with them like real prey, when was the last time you truly played with your cat? Not casually tossing a toy across the floor while checking your phone, actually engaging with them. Because there's a huge difference between briefly entertaining your cat and fulfilling one of their deepest instincts. Cats are natural hunters. It's not just a personality trait, it's part of their biology. Every indoor cat still carries the same hunting sequence as their wild ancestors: stalk, chase, ambush, capture. When that process never happens, problems begin to appear. Cats who never experience a realistic hunting simulation often develop boredom, frustration, anxiety, or even aggression. Research reported in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery found that cats receiving insufficient play stimulation showed significantly higher levels of behavioral issues and stress-related illness. Real play means moving the toy like something alive. Let it hide behind a corner, pause for a moment, allow your cat to crouch and focus, then make a sudden movement so they can chase and pounce. That entire sequence, stalking, chasing, and catching, is far more than a game for your cat. It reassures their brain that their instincts still have a purpose. And when you're the one creating that experience, your cat doesn't just see playtime, they begin to see you as the one person who truly understands them. 5. Giving them a high place to watch the world. Why does your cat climb onto the refrigerator or squeeze onto the highest shelf in your home? Many owners either laugh at it or get frustrated, but your cat might simply be trying to satisfy a need that helps them feel secure. Cats interpret their environment very differently from humans. For them, height represents safety. It allows them to observe everything happening around them while staying out of reach. That instinct comes directly from their wild ancestors and still shapes their behavior today. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior showed that cats with access to elevated spaces experience noticeably lower stress levels compared with cats limited to ground level environments. This is where many owners unintentionally fall short. A cat might have plenty of floor space and an entire house to roam, but if they don't have places to climb and observe from above, they can experience a quiet level of stress that owners never notice. The solution doesn't require expensive furniture, a cleared shelf near a window, a tall bookcase they're allowed to sit on, or a simple wall-mounted perch can make a huge difference. Ray, when your cat settles into a high spot and calmly surveys the room below, that's not arrogance. That's the moment they finally feel completely secure. 6. Staying still when they fall asleep on you. Have you ever found yourself stuck on the couch because your cat fell asleep on your lap? Your leg starts going numb, your phone is just out of reach, and you refuse to move. People often joke about it, but what's happening in that moment is one of the deepest expressions of trust your cat can show. Sleep is when animals are most vulnerable. Their awareness drops, their defenses disappear, and escaping danger becomes almost impossible. In the wild, a cat would never sleep beside another animal unless every instinct told them it was safe to do so. So when your cat chooses to curl up on you and drift into sleep, they're communicating something incredibly powerful without words to them. You are the safest place they know. Remember when we talked earlier about keeping a consistent routine? This moment is the result of all those small habits. Every time you fed them at the same hour, spoke gently when you came home, respected their space, played with them properly, and gave them places to feel secure, you were slowly building trust. And when your cat finally relaxes on you and falls asleep, that isn't just a nap. It's the quiet proof that everything you build together has come full circle.